Hey, it's Josh, and you're listening to The Other Show. Are we really ranking Studio C stars?
Listen, I know we all.
Not really.
If we're going the classics, if we're going the Orig crew, like it's hard to say because sometimes I'm like I'm a Mallory fan. Sometimes I'm like I don't know. It's certain lighting.
I'm there with you. You know, before I found my Disney princess, I probably would have said the same thing, but it was that redhead. I can't even remember what her name was.
No,
but then I found out she was married, and that it just
you know the ranking is a little off when you're like Mallory and the redhead.
Josh.
Yeah.
Speed bump. Just a speed bump.
It's only a matter of time. It's fine.
No, we were all single at the same time at one point in time, and I know all three of us swiped left on Mallory.
False. Swiped right. Actually, swiped up.
Wait.
Okay.
Which ones accept? Like match?
Is that mutual?
It's right or up.
We swiped up, as in
Spencer.
Yes.
Why would you not know this? It's choose the right.
Yes.
Okay. You don't swipe left on someone that you like.
I am a happily married man.
Yeah. Now you guys are good. Mallory still hasn't accepted my swipe.
It's just sitting there in her inbox.
She's actually looking.
Just waiting.
She's had her account frozen on your profile for the last 3 years, just looking at it. Like, this is like Hillary Swank. I mean, Kent, hot or not?
Not.
It depends on the movie.
No, like Kent Dunn, hot or not? We're not asking if he's attractive or if you would kiss him.
Depends on the podcast.
Hot or not?
I'm confused about what's happening.
Oh no, you're right, Josh. Because on Bacon Cell,
listen,
he's like dad hot. On the other show, Silver Fox.
Ooh,
wait. There's a difference of hotness based on my podcast?
Oh yeah.
You didn't know this?
Listen, I think Mallory's just waiting till she's kind of like not as popular, and she's like, "Oh, a guy with 2 podcasts." All right,
we're circling back to this. Kent Dunn.
Okay.
I'm judging you right now. Bacon Sale hot. This is the girls that listen to this. They're like, yeah, he'd be a good dad. I could introduce him to my mom. Listeners are there. She'll listen to the Kent Dunn and saying, oh yeah, I would never introduce him to my mom because he's a bad boy.
Listen, there was once a time where there was a certain initial attached to my name that, before he died, where I did try to come off as, I tried to come off as the like overtly stubborn, annoying, but also juvenile one, right? Where
oh no, you're like suave, like, hey, after this date, we're both gonna need to see the bishop.
Oh, gosh.
Wait, hold on, Spencer. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What's an instance of only? Let's say the people are choosing to do that. What's an instance of only one person seeing the bishop?
It depends on how guilty you feel.
Oh, then I wouldn't. But I like how it's like, hey, you know what? I think you should talk to your bishop. Me, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I have him on speed dial. I'm texting him right now.
Here's everyone who's like, wait, who's not like a member of the LDS faith. What? What's happening? Is this a cat bishop that Spencer brought up before? I don't even know.
No. So sometimes Kent goes to confessional, and the little booth where the priest sits in one and you sit in the other. Kent basically has a reserved seat there.
Oh my gosh. Listen, just because I start off every show doing 10 Our Fathers and 5 Hail Marys doesn't mean that I do a confessional all the time. Yes, it does.
No, it goes down like this. What is it, my son? The usual 10 Hail Marys and 2 podcasts. You are forgiven.
Now the question is, what's the usual? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Never does.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Never
For
does.
a silver fox like Kenny, he don't give a crap. He just takes what he wants.
Did you know that they have 17 seasons of Studio C?
What?
How?
Yeah. I just stumbled upon their Wikipedia page.
But it hasn't been going 17 years, right? Is it just been like...
No, just 17 seasons, but since 2012.
Well, I guess
so
it's kind of like
over 10 years.
Survivor, where you can release 2 seasons in a year and count that as 2 rather than like 1.
Feels like cheating the system a little bit.
Oh, and the redhead's name is Natalie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Natalie's great. Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's an all-timer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Matt Meese. Mm-hmm.
What about the one with the mustache?
Jeremy.
Yeah.
No, Jeremy's cameo guy. Like he was the one that's never really funny, but he's the cool roommate that is like you enjoy him being there.
Yeah.
Like his presence is just cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. We really needed to find who Bacon Cell Kent is because clearly, I mean,
I don't think Spencer knows.
Let's be honest. Of the two personalities, Bacon Cell Kent's probably the most defined.
Here's what I think is going on is when you listen to Bacon Cell, Spencer, you don't see me, but right now we're looking at each other. I think you get a little taken away of my deep blue eyes.
Oh yeah,
and that's when you start going, okay, I see it.
Oh yeah, baby, come a little closer, Kenny. Oh, let me feel that strong buttocks of yours. Your kind of pigeon's figure has me all feeling the phantoms and the vapors. Oh.
Can I just say, though, that this past weekend, I've been kind of fighting something viral, a cold or whatever. And so my voice has been a little bit deeper, more than usual.
Uh-huh.
And my wife has been hoping that it stays around because she said that I sound a little bit like Kenny.
I get it. I've got the way to
there's something about that sultry voice. The sultry voice is great.
Okay, no. Here's
mine. I'm talking when you're sick.
Oh yeah, no, I agree 100%.
I could only imagine what would happen to my wife if you did this show.
Listen.
Sick.
I don't know.
Sultry voice. My wife.
If Bacon Sale Kent is like,
I don't know where she went.
If Bacon Sale Kent is Davis County, and like the other show Kent is Salt Lake County, then Kent with bronchitis on the other show would be Draper.
Oh, okay. Oh. Hey, could you guys do me a favor and quit talking about me real quick? Because I'm getting a little, I'm blushing a little bit.
Turn those pineapples upside down.
This is normally how the other show goes. This doesn't normally leak to the other show.
Yeah, Josh, didn't you have, you're like, I got a little story for you guys at the beginning, and we're like, great, let's talk about Studio C.
Let's talk about Studio C and Kent's butt.
Yeah, you did say Calopigius, and I'm very proud of you.
I used it in a sentence.
I derailed myself. What can I say?
Ladies.
No, I was just going to say my little story is I still am not unpacked from my trip to Disneyland.
But Josh, you're wearing a Santa hat. You've unpacked other things, clearly. Why have you not unpacked your suitcase?
Nostalgia for my trip to Disneyland.
A week ago?
Mm-hmm. I just can't let go of the memories.
I have a feeling that when you guys go again in January?
Yeah.
You're just going to take that bag and go. Like, I'm worried. It's like, yeah, I'm already packed.
Josh doesn't have an emergency go bag. It's a Disneyland go bag.
It pretty much is, to be honest with you, because all of my Disneyland merch is just in there. And so then I could just take it out and wear it when I'm ready to go into the park.
The funny thing is Josh's family is the prepper family. So I can just see them sitting around the table, like in the 80s, family night, putting together their 72-hour kits. And your mom looks at you and says, Josh, what are you having in your 72-hour kit? And you're like, I have some peanut M&Ms. I have some regular M&Ms. I have a Mickey Mouse lollipop. I have some sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt.
That's all you need.
Oh, and some Cracker Jacks.
That's all you need.
It'll keep you alive for a day and a half. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe half a day. But yeah, it's hard. It's just hard to unpack. I don't know why. Like I hate it, but I love to pack. I just hate unpacking.
I will admit, when I got back from Idaho, it was a short trip. It was 48 hours, maybe a little more.
Okay.
Because I did the Kent method when I got home.
Go on.
I came home.
Laundry right after? Okay.
Yep. Brought my clothes right upstairs. Put them right in the laundry. That makes a world of difference.
It does. But I'm also curious as if any cows were licking your hand or your shirt or goats or anything. Because that means you should wash them immediately.
No, but we did. So we got up Wednesday, had dinner, and just basically went to bed. Thursday was Thanksgiving. So, I was cooking all day. But Friday, my father-in-law and I went out to check the raccoon traps.
The raccoon?
Yeah.
Raccoon?
Yeah, that's what I said, raccoon.
Not raccoon.
That's what I said, raccoon.
Raccoon.
No,
not
that's
raccoon.
what we're saying the same thing, raccoon. Anyway, so they have a skunk and raccoon problem. So we were checking all the traps, and we had one that had tripped, and we were trying to figure out what was in it because it was like, bam, 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 as we're walking up, trying to escape. So we're like, oh crap, does this thing have rabies? So we're ready for it to help this raccoon have a small farm accident, if you know what I mean. And as we get closer, we realize that's no raccoon. That's one of my mother-in-law's 30 cats.
Oh no!
Don't worry, they're humanitarian traps. We were able to just let it go and leave and watch it run right into the other trap.
Oh no! It deserves what it gets. That's Darwin right there.
But there were no small farm accidents that day.
Okay, no. Like, how do you take a cat that's living on the ranch to the ranch?
I can give you 22 ways if you know what I mean.
Oh, Spencer. Quit it.
Look, it's a small farm accident.
Okay, but yeah. That's what we call it. Wait, hold on. How did we get to Josh doesn't like to unpack to cat traps?
Raccoon traps. Thank you very much.
Wait,
raccoon.
So raccoon rabies or raccoon rabies. I literally thought you were going to say, we didn't catch a raccoon. We caught a raccoon. and then everyone would have understood what you were talking about.
That would have been funny, but no. We're saying the same word.
No, you're not.
Emphasis. Yeah. Well, Josh, do you want me to come over? And here's the thing. Next time I come over, I'm not going to talk at all, but I'll help you unpack.
You'll just help me unpack and then leave?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I may judge you for all your Christmas decorations up already. I mean, I won't judge because now is actually the appropriate time because Thanksgiving is past. The day of the turkey is gone.
Yeah.
The day of the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
It's been slowly coming up here at our house. And we wanted to get it up before we went to Disneyland, but it just didn't happen. And then this past weekend, I would have, but I got sick.
Aren't you glad you didn't get it up before Disneyland, though, with the cats?
Yeah, and that's the thing is we're on like tree number 4 here. And
Wait, what?
This is our second Christmas, and we're on tree number 4.
What?
Part of it is trying to find the perfect tree for us, right?
Yeah.
And it's.
Do you ever do real trees?
I don't like real trees because I like to keep the tree up for a long time.
Like we're talking mid-January?
February, March.
Oh, what? Hold on. I think it's less I want to celebrate, more of a laziness thing, Josh.
No, it's not laziness.
Are you kidding me? Trying to get a tree back in that box is harder than getting 15 raccoons in a box.
Raccoon. You said raccoons. Okay. That's a win.
That's what I've been saying.
No, it's not laziness. Part of it is keeping it up during January and February. It's because those are the
saddest months of the year.
Saddest month of the year, yeah.
True story.
And so keeping it up until then, I love because I just love turning the lights on because all the decorations are down by then anyway.
I'm just saying, Josh, if you took it down at the end of December, your cats wouldn't ruin it. You wouldn't be on your 4th tree. You may be on your 2nd, like truth be told. But I feel like keeping it up extra, the cats now have built homes in that thing. And I know this because I have like a 6-foot tree, totally fake, really skinny branches and everything. Yeah. And like it's probably time to get a new one. But my cat, who is a full-grown cat at this point, parks on the branches. You know, it's just kind of like those little wires, essentially, right?
Yeah.
There's not much to sit on, but somehow cats do. And I'm like, dude, you're going to tumble and that whole tree is coming down. I'm assuming that's probably what's happened with yours, right?
Yeah, because, the thing is, all of the trees that we've bought, they're essentially Walmart trees.
Yeah, I get it.
And a lot of it is because one, like we were looking at much more expensive trees at home and Costco and everything. But I don't want to get, a $200, $300 tree just to have the cats ruin it, right? Like, I feel like we need to let's get a $40 tree.
Well,
let's
do you want to know
some ways to keep these cats at bay, and then we can graduate to the bigger tree.
Okay, it is time for a Spencer Myers cheap dad hack.
Here we go.
Do you want a $200 tree at bottom rates.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Orange vest, Costco loading center. $10 for the vest, but really, SL.
Oh,
no, that is true, because more often than not, people will either sell their trees, like if they upgrade to something, or they will get rid of their trees for free because the lights go out, and all you have to do is just restring them. But they're great trees,
or they just got one that's too big, or they're moving.
So the other thing too, though, that I'm struggling with is I'm taller than most of the trees that we have.
Yeah, right.
Like we have 6.5.
I mean, I think that's all of us.
Well, yeah, just having a 6.5 foot tree.
Does it not feel as special?
No.
Did you grow up in a home with a tree that was about 10 feet?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And so, like,
was it real, by the way, or did you guys usually have?
In our later years, we did artificial, but it was mostly real trees growing up. But yeah, it was always taller than me, and so it's weird, like walking past the Christmas tree, and it's like, walking past like your brother, hey, what's up?
Your brother for about 4 months out of the year, because that's how much you keep it up. Okay,
exactly. But no, it's just, I don't know. It's hard because our ceilings are only 8 feet tall in the townhomes, and then just trying to figure out things out with the cats. That's the hardest thing.
I'm just thinking, if you spent $200, and this is one of those, like, hey, I know it costs a little bit more, but it might not break as easy. Maybe that's the tree that would stay intact instead of the $40 one. This is other show math, but who knows?
Yes, I don't know. I would love people's opinions on how to cat-proof their Christmas trees, because I know that there are experts out there.
I can give you 22 ways.
No, not again. Little Christmas accident. But so Josh, I look at Christmas the same way you guys do Halloween. Like, right? I appreciate the holiday, and I love a lot of what it represents. Maybe I like it more than you guys like Halloween, but I don't love decorating, and I don't love Christmas music very much. And so
I think you're dead on with how we feel about Halloween.
Okay. Like, you'll celebrate it, especially for the family, and I do. And once it's Christmas, I'm like, this is magical. I really actually appreciate people who light up their houses, and I wish that stayed on homes through the dark months. I wish people kept their Christmas lights up until April, honestly.
Okay,
but
here's what I'm going to run for governor or government office in Utah on.
Okay, go on.
I'm going to subsidize jellyfish lights for everyone, so that we can do that.
Wait, what are those the lights that shine on houses?
Yeah, they're the ones that are installed 24 or 365.
Okay.
Coming out in your house, you can change the colors depending on the holiday. You see it at Halloween. The ones that have...
Oh, yeah.
Like, and you can do themes, so like lightning flashes and things like that. It's going to be a government subsidy. And
isn't it funny that now that would be like, hey, I paid extra for this, but back in the day, they were just the lazy people in the neighborhood who hadn't taken their Christmas lights down yet?
Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, but like Christmas people...
Yeah, ahead of the curve. Yeah.
Hey, Christmas people, it's red green. But like... If I had jellyfish lights subsidized by Utah, as campaigned by Spencer Myers for governor 2027,
you got my vote.
I could switch my lights to, I don't know, Cougs win, blue and white.
Yeah.
Utah wins, red and, I don't know, what's the other color? Black?
White.
So you'd only turn on your Cougar lights like twice in the season? Is that right?
Well, I'm not in Draper, so.
Yeah, just checking.
I can't turn on my Cougar lights all the time.
So I matched with this girl the other day, and she was telling me about her
Cougars.
You're right.
I matched with this girl.
I mean, basically, and she's telling me about her Christmas decorations, and I was like, and we were just making conversation. She's like, "Oh, these have been up since early October," and I almost unmatched her because I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of early." And she goes, "Oh, I actually hate Halloween," and I was like, "Hey, remember how we were talking about yellow flags? That's one." Because personally, I do think Christmas is great. Thanks, but I love holidays in their time, and to fully neglect Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. Raccoon. Right? It's the same word. But I got real concerned. It actually became a topic of conversation for like an hour. I'm like, tell me about your dislike for Halloween and let's work through this together. Because I'm not going to bash on anyone that really wants to feel those happy feelings of Christmas music.
Yeah.
Right? It is a real loving time of year, or can be. But don't forget about Halloween.
I wanted to know your psychoanalysis of her now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not really a yellow flag. That's more of a burnt orange flag.
Okay, so not quite red. No, it really became I was like, wait, why do you hate Halloween? It became this conversation of, and she was like, oh, scary movies are gross, and it's a really demonic time of year. And I was like, oh, I go ghost hunting. Like, I'm literally in abandoned Pioneer Mills trying to talk to spirits, like, as much as I can during the year. So we may not be all that compatible. Just letting you know.
Kent takes a look back at his photon pack.
Right?
Spangler, we might have a problem.
Yeah. And I'm not saying I need everything in common. Like, honestly, it may be good for me to, meet someone that's like, hey, Christmas is great for these reasons. And, let's get into it and let's make it romantic. Right. But it still doesn't beat Halloween for me.
Okay.
The thing is, like, if you can make it work if there's some give and take, but where it's like, there's no give for Halloween, which is, if you look at it, there's no purer spirit of giving than Halloween. Like, between the two, like, I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here.
Here we go, ruffle them.
With Christmas, it is the season of giving, right? But how many people spend so much time preoccupied with what they're getting for Christmas and at what they want to ask Santa? For Halloween, there is no thought of what I'm getting aside from the little kids. All the adults are focused on giving. There's no pure season of giving than Halloween.
Hold on. I'm just copying this down right now for my argument, because that is amazing. It's so true, because Christmas, we often go, yeah, I'm going to buy something for this family member, but just because we always have, and I feel awkward if I don't.
Yes. I hate it. That's the one thing I hate about Christmas is the obligation of gift giving. Hate it. How
do you guys do it? Do you guys usually pick one person, or do you even within my family, my siblings, we always used to do kids gifts, right? The kids would give to each other, but pick one name. We wouldn't give gifts to every niece and nephew because there's like 40 of them, right? So we just choose one cousin gives a gift to another cousin. And we don't give sibling gifts at all, but then we go in together for a parent's gift. Do you guys do gifts to specific people?
That's essentially what we do.
We do families.
Okay, so Spencer, you do families.
So, like, my family has my little brother Aiden and his girlfriend this year. My little brother Matt has me and Stephanie and Hazel this year.
Okay, yeah.
Right. So it's a whole family thing. We do on the side, like me, Taylor, my brother Kyle, and Rick. We have our own little gift exchange between brothers and brothers-in-laws. But as I was pointing out to Rick, like, it's not so much making sure we get the gift we asked for. It's making sure the gift we give means something.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
So we're not, there's not this list of like, hey, these are the things I want. We never put out a list of things we want. It's what can I get Rick that is either going to be really, really funny and be an inside joke with us, or he's actually going to genuinely enjoy. And we might go in with each other for one person if something's, and it's normally about $20-$30 max for those gifts. So we keep it on the low end. But like my brother Kyle for the last 10 years has given my brother-in-law Rick obscure one-season TV shows on DVD.
Okay.
And it's just because Rick likes to collect DVDs.
It's like Airwolf season 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or America's Greatest Hero.
Okay.
I love
like
that.
one season and that's it. It might be season 5 and not seasons 1 through 4.
See, that's also like a fun surprise. I love like that. So, Josh, you guys do specific. You do gifts for everyone?
No, kind of like what you do. Niece to nephew, all of that. And then siblings, we stopped doing gifts, a while ago. We would have stopped it earlier, but my youngest brother wanted to continue that just because he felt like, well, I'm the youngest. I never... I didn't get, I didn't get the benefit of all the gifts,
Sounds about right.
Yeah. and so anyway, we would have stopped because I don't need a gift, right? Like I feel obligated to give me something.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, I always love to give something big to my parents, right? And so we usually go in on something for them.
Yeah.
And
I think that's fair.
Yeah. And so, and then, but because we don't have kids, I do like to get things for the nieces and nephews, which can be, pretty taxing with, 15, 16 kids.
Right.
So I generally don't get anything for kids under the age of 2 because they don't care. They
don't remember.
They don't remember or anything. And then usually what it is I like to get them something that they geek out about, right? Like I love to lean into that. So I mean, it could be anything from clocks to I have a nephew that's obsessed with orcas, which is my favorite nephew at the moment.
Of course.
Just whatever it is. If I can encourage that, I love being able to do that. But it's just the obligation I just hate.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm giving anything, it's to nieces and nephews, and I'm going to give them something that's meaningful. Kind of like what Spencer was talking about.
Yeah, I think that's the key for me. Like, there's two types of gift givers, and there's not one's not better than the other, right? There are two that are like, hey, I need a list of what you want. I'm going to get you something from that list because I know you'll like it, and I know that's what you want. And then there's the risk takers that want to give you something super meaningful, and it may be something that the person never uses, like a home cheese making kit, Josh.
I used it.
And it never gets used.
I used it.
It sounds complicated. I'm not going to lie.
I used it.
How'd it turn out?
Cheesy.
Okay.
But like, I legit will have, let me open my phone right now, tabs of potential gifts for people that I may never get them. But like, I'll see something, I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect for so-and-so.
Wow, look at you. This is one of your love languages, huh?
Oh, it absolutely is.
Okay, wow.
27 tabs open right now.
What?
How many of those are like hot dog rollers just for you?
Actually, I do have one tab that is gourmet hot dogs. Like artisanal hot dogs. And that is actually for a friend of mine.
Sure.
And me. I love you, Dave. But I've also got like a movie memorabilia, like fake props for a certain friend of mine that I may never actually buy a gift for. But it's a Barbasol can from Jurassic Park. And I don't know how much Kent likes Jurassic Park, but
listen,
that's been like in my Kent
love Jurassic Park. Lately. I mean, that is something to place up on like the like the merch mantle right there, right?
I love it.
Everyone gets it.
Yeah. So I do have like tabs and tabs and tabs of notes of like, if I do this is a great gift for so-and-so. Or if I happen to get this person at work in our Secret Santa, I have the perfect gift for them. But if I don't get them and I get the one person that I don't have an idea for, I panic.
Spencer, you're a sweetie. You're a good gift giver because you want to. You're one of those people that pay attention. I don't have that in me.
Yeah, you do.
You're like, we all have that in us.
It is right there, inside of you.
Whatever. Whatever.
Okay, let's go. I think we got some phone calls. Unless you guys want to keep going.
Yes, we have some phone calls. Let's take them.
Hey guys, this is Rick. You guys should be proud of me. I actually remembered to call in this time before you started recording. Anyway, the reason it's been so long is because, well, I was off in my little corner of my house in my basement crying because Spencer and Josh didn't console me very well from the last time I called in about LSU and their sucky defense and Camden's football team. Well, just an update. Camden lost his championship game a couple weeks later. LSU's offense is amazing. Jaden Daniels hopefully will win the Heisman. And yeah, Kenny, I'm sorry, man. You were more comforting last time than Josh and Spencer were. But anyway, you guys are awesome. Josh, I'm still a little frustrated that we didn't get to hook up in Disneyland. I want to know why you didn't drop everything you were doing with Mary Ann to come see me. I mean, what's up? What's up with that? That's not cool at all. Anyway, hope things are going well, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Rick, if you were a midget and you took me to Club 33, then I would have hooked up with you in Disneyland.
Okay. Rick's like, hey, I'm sorry for saying a term. Please don't use it against me.
I'm more upset that he said I didn't comfort him. As we just discussed, I'm a gift giver. I left an 8-pack of Falls brand deli-style wieners at your house, Rick, and I know you have a copy of When Calls the Heart that Kyle gave you in 2017 to watch. That's plenty of comfort right there.
Wait, so what happened with LSU? What's he sad about? What did we let him down on? What did you let him down on?
We have the second best offense that we've ever had in school history.
Who's we?
The
exactly.
LSU Tigers.
You play for them? Sorry, that's a punk move.
Shut up. Okay.
Nah.
Thanks for playing that part, Kent.
Yep.
LSU has the second best offense they've had in school history, while also simultaneously having the second worst defense they've ever had in school history.
Gotcha. Yeah. So they lost.
Yeah. So did Camden's Ute Conference football, Pee Wee football team in the championship game.
That's the bigger tragedy, really.
Yes, that is.
The thing is, like, he lost and he's like, that's okay.
Okay, good.
Like, he's fine. His dad's distraught, but yeah, he's fine.
Listen,
because
I think
he knows he gets a full snow cone. That's why.
I think here's what's owed, right? It sounds like you guys have a lot of apologies to make to Rick. So,
no,
Josh,
I left him wieners.
I think that's what he was looking for from Josh in Disneyland. So, next time you guys go at the same time, I need to see
a package of wieners.
I think we need to see a Rick Josh pickle sharing picture. So,
gosh. No promises, but I'll try.
I'll stop asking you to bring me a pickle if you do that.
Josh, will you? I know we talked about this before. If we happen to go at the same time this coming year, can we share a pickle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
yeah,
Josh,
I'm sure my wife would allow it.
Okay, take it easy. All right, who we got next?
Hey guys, it's Annika, and I'm back with a recap from my date. I figured I should update you guys since you guys are my pod uncles. So, yeah. So, the morning of, I was a bit nervous, but I was mostly excited. I had gotten some tips from Kenny the night before of some things to try, so I kept those in my back pocket. Anyway, so I went and I picked him up, and it was a little awkward because it was just us two in the car. And we made like some small talk and everything. I can't remember exactly what was said. And then we went and picked up a few more other people, and then once everyone was in the car, it was fine. And once we were in like a group environment, it was much better, and there was just much more conversation going. Then we went to our friend's house, and we made some chocolate chip cookies. They were really good, by the way. And we talked a bit about Star Wars and some other things, and we got into a kind of a heated debate on who was better, Obi-Wan Kenobi or Han Solo. That was a pretty fun discussion. And then after we were done making cookies, we went to the planetarium and we took the tracks train. Now, on the way there, it was a little awkward because there weren't really seats grouped together for all of us to sit in. So we were kind of dispersed, and half of us were standing, half of us were sitting. But he was like standing all the way at the other end of the train, and so it was like really awkward in a sense because there was no one over there. So I went over there, and I tried to make a little bit of small talk, but not much was really said. Thankfully, one of my friends came over and kind of saved me and helped it become more of a group environment. And then once we got to the planetarium, we had so much fun. It was a blast. We got a couple of fun pictures in there, and we played with some of the equipment that they have there, and it was just a ton of fun. And then on the train ride back, it was good. There was an open set of seats. They were all able to sit together, and we talked about the stuff at the planetarium. We talked about how they were excited for the dance. Then I dropped everybody off, and then I came home, got ready, and then we met back over at Fashion Place Mall for photos. And photos was actually really good, and we were a little worried that, because my parents took the photos, we were a little worried we were going to have to tell them to, get closer, scoot in, make it look more natural, and not like we hate each other. No, he actually did really good. He got right in there, and he was really good for posing for photos, and it was all a ton of fun. After we kind of got kicked out because we weren't in the mall, we were outside the mall, and then security came out and told us that it was actually, we can't take pictures in there. And so it was really funny. Anyway, after photos, we went to Olive Garden, and dinner was really good. Again, we were in a group environment, talked about just a whole bunch of different random things.
Oh, there's more.
Hey guys, it's Annika again. Not sure exactly what happened, but I lost connection, so I'm here to finish the update. So, finally we went to the dance, and the dance was actually a ton of fun. Normally we don't go up to the front where the DJ is. Normally my friends and I, we stay in the back, but my date he really wanted to be up in the front, so we all went with him, and it was probably the funnest I've ever had the most fun I've ever had at a dance. It was so much fun being up there. We couldn't hear each other, but we didn't care. It was so loud and it was so fun. However, they played no slow songs. It was so sad. I was really looking forward to slow dancing with him, and they didn't play any slow songs. So then we left about maybe an hour early, and we went and saw the new Songbirds and Snakes. I can't remember exactly what the title is called. The new Hunger Games movie. Anyway, the car ride to the theater was an absolute party. We were all so tired, and we were all in that sleep-deprived mood, where we're just all crazy, and so we were listening to a whole bunch of random songs, screaming at the top of our lungs, talking about the craziest, most randomest things. And then we actually got to the theater. He went right in and sat down. I bought some concessions for myself because he didn't want anything. And I get in there, and my friend is sitting in the seat next to him. And since we didn't buy the movie ticket, someone else in our group did. She didn't buy a whole row. She bought a section of the theater. So we had 3 different rows and 2 seats in one row, 3 seats in another. I can't remember exactly how it was all worked out. But anyway, I was not able to sit next to him in the movie. I wasn't even near him. I was 2 rows behind him. So it really kind of sucked. But it's okay. Then the car ride after the movie, we were all so tired, and really not much was said because it was just that I just want to go home and go to sleep. And so not much was said, but he did thank me. I got a little side hug out of it, and so I think things went really well. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for all of your advice and everything. I had a great time, and I hope you enjoyed the update. See you later.
Yeah, it's probably better to keep suggestions from Kenny in your back pocket for everyone else, and so you don't end up on any lists.
Listen, I'm just going to put this out there, right? With all the love, there's a rule here. If you're KP, your message gets cut short. If you're Annika, you can keep going till however long you want. Right? Mm-hmm. Can we all agree on that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, girlfriend.
Okay. So I do feel like we got to ride along the date. And I'm appreciative because don't you always want to be a fly on the wall, right?
No. That is a little creepy for 3 dudes in their 30s and 40s to be in the back seat or a fly on the wall for a teenage date. I do like the recap, and I do like the retelling, but I do not want to be in the back seat. Exactly.
And being literal, Spencer.
Annika, this is why you keep Kenny ideas in your back pocket, or you'll end up on a list.
So one thing that I was worried about when she was telling me about this, she came to improv night, and I was worried that he wasn't going to be able to talk much. They've worked together on a committee before, but it's just always talking about school stuff. And so I was worried that they weren't really going to talk. And now it's way different from when we went to high school and went to dances, because back in that day, it was hey, you might do a day activity. You probably have a dinner with a group, and this is all on the same day, and then the dance, and then it's done. But now it is sometimes a 2-day event where there's a movie, there's hanging out at someone's house, there's dinner, maybe 2 days, or maybe a dinner and a lunch, and then a dance. And it is imagine going with someone that you're I wasn't totally into it, but I spent a weekend with them. That's kind of where it's at now. But Annika, I'm super proud of you. The fact is, I think you carried it. You carried that date on your back. I think you showed him a good time. You showed him that you're worth spending time with. And more often, and more important than that is just you had fun. You personally had fun.
Yep, exactly.
So you don't.
You
clearly
just got moved to my front pocket.
Yeah. Annika, I don't.
Spencer gets on a list.
I don't think you need our advice, but we're going to continue to give it to you.
Yes.
Right? Like, because we can't stop.
Yes, and because we're pod uncles and we have a podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, well done. School dances are hard; they're awkward, but well done. You made it.
Yep.
Okay, so before we go, guys, I kind of jump on this every month, and I know December's kind of weird, and we're all kind of ready to just say goodbye to the year. But I want to talk about upcoming movies for the month, and I want to ask you guys. Last month, you were really excited about a certain movie called Good Burger 2. Have you watched it yet?
No.
I've been in Idaho.
Oh, there's no internet in Idaho?
Not really.
That's probably true, right?
Actually, no, that is legitimately true. We just barely got texting at my in-laws' house.
No.
Oh, you're moving on up. So what, you're in about 1997?
But I have it on good authority that for my birthday lunch, we can go to Arby's to get the Good Burger tie-in meal.
There's a... Hold on. Arby's, who never does these weird endorsements. Like, it's Arby's, right? They've never changed anything at Arby's. They have a Good Burger endorsement at a place that isn't a hamburger place. Excuse me?
I know. Of all the places, if you had told me back in the 90s when the original Good Burger came out that there was a tie-in meal...
Carl's Jr.
Oh, Burger King.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Burger King is where I would have said.
So it went to the lowest bidder of Arby's?
But
I love
Arby's.
I love Arby's.
Don't get me wrong.
I hate it.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. When KP and I went through and ate all the fast food burgers, Arby's was upper middle class. Like it is better than the majority of burgers. But when I go to Arby's, I'm not asking where's the beef. I'm asking we have the meats. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more like we got the runs because Arby's is gross. Okay, jumping right ahead. But yeah, Spencer, by the way, when is that? Are we doing it like in the next couple weeks?
Oh, when do you want to go?
When I'd rather not, but whenever you want to. It's your birthday. So we'll figure that out.
We'll live stream it.
Okay. Yeah, people are going to want to see that. Okay, so guys, December is kind of a weird month. Like for the first 2 weeks, we have almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a Beyonce concert film. We have, we do have kind of a cool looking John Woo silent movie. It's an action movie called Silent Night, and I'm going to see that. But that's more like a movie for.
Way good.
It looks good, but it's a movie for dads, right?
With Joel Kinnaman, right?
Yeah.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it's a John Wick style movie.
Oh, okay, so like he goes after somebody who killed like Santa's reindeer or something, or what?
Yeah, I don't really know if there's a Christmas tie-in. I think they just call it Silent Night because he literally lost his voice box in an accident.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're like, "Hey, what's a punny term for not talking?" Silent Night.
Silent Night.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, but
and we'll release it in December.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to jump right to December 15th. Like, really, that's what we're going to have to look forward to, I guess. And the first big movie that comes out is Wonka. And this is the Willy Wonka prequel. And this has Timothée Chalamet. And you guys have probably seen the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know what to feel about it.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to see it before it comes out? Or are you?
I'll see it before. It's not one that I've been looking forward to be quite honest. But it could be a fun movie to see, considering there hasn't really been that in a while.
Uh-huh.
Right, even with the Thanksgiving weekend, when really the movies to see were Hunger Games, Wish, or Marvels. Like Napoleon was probably the most fun movie that weekend. So
that's depressing.
Yeah, exactly. So Wonka may be a breath of fresh air, depending on the quality, and we'll find out. The next two are actually Netflix movies that I'm hoping we get to see one of them in the theater, but we might not. So the first one is Chicken Run. We talked a little bit about this before, and this is Dawn of the Nugget. No, that's not true. They said they have enough clay, apparently.
For one more movie.
Yeah, for one more movie. Maybe they're done after that. I don't know.
Ooh.
How do you run out of clay? You just go get some more from the muddy banks.
No, because they use a special polyurethane clay, and the company that makes it just closed. So they bought out their entire stock.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah.
Anyway, Chicken Run.
Yes, that's right. Okay, Chicken Run. So the next movie, it's the same day, this is the 15th, is a movie that Spencer and I will be going to see, probably together. It's called Rebel Moon. And this is Rebel Moon Part 1. This is a Zack Snyder movie. And yeah, this is, oh man, Spencer, I don't know. I think this is only screening in like LA and New York and bigger markets. It will be on Netflix that day, but I want to see it on the big screen. Obviously, I'm like,
sure they will release it.
You think so?
So you know the story behind this one, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Go on, explain it to everyone else.
Right before Disney bought Lucasfilm, Zack Snyder went to Lucas and he pitched this trilogy, this story, to be set within the Star Wars universe, but not focused on the Skywalkers, in its own little corner with its own characters, but just in the Star Wars setting. Mm-hmm. Lucas passed, then Disney passed, so Snyder took his idea to a couple different studios who passed, and finally Netflix said, yeah, let's make it. So this is his take on Star Wars without being Star Wars.
Yeah, and I think for that, I mean, Star Wars isn't what it used to be. And Zack Snyder has a certain flair, love it or hate it, and so it's going to be worth watching regardless. And so I do think for like big blockbusters, like it's sad that it's a Netflix movie. I think that movie could kill it at the box office, but who knows?
Oh, it absolutely could have.
Because the problem is, a week later, we have a movie that's absolutely going to bomb, which is crazy because you look at the Marvels, and it's the sequel to Captain Marvel, which made $1 billion. The Marvels is maybe going to make $200 million. Well, we have another sequel, and it's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and the first one made well over $1 billion. This one will probably fail just as hard as the Marvels has. And this is December 22nd, or worse, right? This is the...
Why is that?
So there's multiple reasons. Spencer, go on.
One of the biggest reasons is Amber Heard.
Oh.
Has not the best reputation in Hollywood right now, and they have not really done anything to address that within this movie. The other is DC's ending the DCEU. This is the final movie in the DCEU, and Warner Brothers has not marketed this movie at all.
Which may save them money, considering they're not spending it on marketing as much.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Josh, several other reasons. It's apparently not very good. And so people are going to catch on really quick that it's another bad superhero movie, and people don't care anymore. These movies don't make the money they used to.
It's so interesting to see how it's like almost overnight that this
I love
has happened.
I love it.
Which I do too. But then where's the money going to go? Like, what kind of movies are they going to be making?
Top Gun 3. Topper.
If they were smart, they would make movies like The Batman, which cost $100 million. Mm-hmm. And even if it makes $250 million, that's money in the bank.
Right.
I actually think I sent you an article on this, Kent, that Marvel's biggest enemy right now is their budget. And you're absolutely right, is they spend way too much money on these movies, and they could be spending a lot less and getting a higher return.
Totally. I look at horror movies. They cost about $10 million. They make $100 million. They're like, that's amazing, right? Because it's 10 times. But you have properties that like literally they have just kind of, they're like, yeah, we'll release it just to get rid of it. And it's Aquaman 2. And nobody cares at this point.
Yeah.
Even Jason Momoa.
James Wan said he hated making this movie. And he's publicly saying this as the director of the movie.
Yeah, it's going to suck. And I can't wait.
Oh,
so, okay.
Are those your movies?
So we do have that same day a movie you and I will care about. This is The Iron Claw. This is once again December 22nd. And people will be like, what's that? Well, this is the Zac Efron real life wrestling movie where it's like, it's A24. So it's a grounded approach at a family of wrestlers. And it looks, pretty sad, right? It looks like a drama.
Oh, so let me read a synopsis real quick.
Please do.
The Von Erichs, real name Atkinson, began the wrestling dynasty when Fritz Von Erich becomes the star of the National Wrestling Alliance, holding multiple belts in the 1960s before becoming president of the organization. He dies in 1997. His wife Doris and him have 6 sons, 5 of whom die before their father, which leads to talk of a curse, colloquially dubbed the Von Erich curse. Today, 2 sons of Kevin Von Erich, the last surviving brother, are both pro wrestlers with Major League Wrestling. So this is about this tragic family of wrestlers, of the 5 sons that go into professional wrestling after their father. 3 of them die. 1 of them in the ring on live television.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
And
it's going to be good. It's just going to be good.
It's got Jeremy Allen White, who's kind of a hot actor right now.
Yeah, from The Bear.
It's got Zac Efron looks absolutely
Raccoon.
Right.
Yoked. Yoked for this role.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked for this movie.
I know you are. Okay,
I've been asking you about this movie since like January.
No, we're going to go see it. I'm bringing you. Don't worry about it. And then on Christmas Day, we have 3 bigger movies, but they're not family movies. The first one is the musical version of The Color Purple, so it's a remake. Then we have The Boys in the Boat, and if anyone's read that book, it's really, really touching, really emotional. One of those inspirational sports movies of sorts.
It's Oscar bait.
Yeah.
Oscar bait. And then the last one is Ferrari, which is a Michael Mann movie about whatever his name is, and Adam Driver's in this one.
It was certainly a choice.
And so anyways, it's another Oscar bait one, trying to get actors to get their Oscar. So that's that's Christmas Day. Really, for me, I mean, Iron Claw will be a good movie, and Rebel Moon. Those are the 2 movies I care about this month.
Now I'm gonna add 2 more that I'm looking forward to as well.
Okay.
And I'm a little hurt that you did not put this one
Go on.
after we talked about it.
Go on.
Godzilla -1.
Oh my gosh. So that wasn't on my list. And I meant to talk about it because I can't freaking wait for that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla -1 comes out December 1st.
Okay.
And then the other one is The Boy and the Heron. Gotta double check the day that it comes out, but that comes out I think like the 5th.
Spencer, you're right. Here's my movie card. I give it to you. Or should I say my Japanese cinema card, because that's what those 2 movies refer to. So, yeah.
Might as well just go to a Bush concert, Kenny.
Is that now code? That's code.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, those movies are great. Okay, I'm excited for 4 movies now. Thank you, Spencer. So, with all that, let us know what you guys want to see, if there's anything this month, or if you're just taking a break from movies, or if you're going to watch something like Squid Game, the reality show on Netflix, right? Like, we're all just watching streaming anyway, so let us know what you're watching, though.
I'm watching the Muppet Christmas Carol on repeat.
I know you are. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so freaking good.
I love it.
All right, but with all that, Josh, take us out.
Sure thing. You just listened to The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. The Other Show is produced by Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. Show design and auto editing by me, Josh Hansen. Sales manager, Spencer Myers. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. To better connect with us and other fans of The Other Show, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For past episodes, links to our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit theother.show. The Other Show is generously supported by our friends on Patreon. A huge thank you to our friends with benefits. These friends are contributing $25 a month, which in return comes with some rather significant benefits. A huge thank you to KP Brown, our favorite Brit, Jonathan Vaskar, the lovely and talented Mrs. Robinson, Brandon from Popfly Cards, the one, the only Chris Anderson, Lady Terry A. Finley, proud Disney mom Tanya Budge, and Dave Kelly. To support The Other Show on Patreon, visit patreon.com/The Other Show. Contributors on Patreon can get both weekly and monthly bonus episodes, exclusive swag, and other fun perks. Again, visit patreon.com/The Other Show to join. And remember, when you're not listening to me here, you can hear me on my other show, The Party in the Back.
You can hear me on my other show, Bacon Cell.
And you can find me trapping raccoons